To be a successful learner, you have to set up a study routine that works for you and keeps you focused. Find a good study spot, schedule blocks of time for studying, and prioritize learning over other commitments. Try study methods like summarization and practice testing, and try to connect study material to concepts that you know well. Keep your mind sharp by getting enough sleep, eating healthy, and exercising regularly.
1. Find an ideal study environment. Finding a quiet area free from distractions is integral to productive studying and successful learning. Over time, the mind will associate actions and outcomes with environments and adjust its functions accordingly. Establishing a regular study spot, by this logic, will condition your brain to focus and retain information better in this setting. If you don't already have a preferred study space, some choices to consider are the library, a park, a quiet cafe or restaurant.
2. Schedule study time. To manage your time effectively and learn as much as possible, schedule blocks of time during the week to be devoted to studying and review. These study blocks should be 50 minutes long or shorter if you lose concentration earlier than that. Fit these appointments around the rest of your schedule, but aim to hold them at times of the day when you are most productive. For example, if you find that you are most productive in the evening, schedule your study time during those particular hours. If you are more productive in the morning, schedule some study time before class.
3. Take short breaks. It's important to take short breaks every now and then so you can come back to your work refocused. For example, after each 50-minute study period, spend 5 to 10 minutes stretching, walking around, or doing another calming activity that takes your mind off your work. Moving around can help you get ready to sit still for the next study period.
4. Prioritize learning. To be a successful learner, you must put studying before other commitments when necessary. If it comes down to a choice, extracurricular activities, social engagements, and fun hobbies must come second so that your studies can get your full attention. Identify the distractions that keep you from studying the most and work out a way to schedule them in during your free time or to keep them from being a hindrance to your work. For instance, if social media is a distraction while you're trying to study, download an app to block it out.
5. Use the summarization method. As you study, use the summarization method to cement your learning. At the end of a unit, chapter, or study session, write out a summary of what you've learned, which can also serve as notes to review later. This process will allow you to re-evaluate and retain the knowledge that you have absorbed and pinpoint certain points that you haven't grasped fully.
6. Try practice testing. An effective method of learning new material is frequent practice testing or self-evaluation to gauge your knowledge. As you read or study, compile a list of questions to quiz yourself on the material later. You can also look online for test preparation resources like trivia and practice quizzes available across different subjects, age groups, and learning levels.
7. Look for connections. A good way to absorb learning material is to connect it to other subjects that you relate to, particularly things that might seem unrelated on the surface. Apply the principles of a domain that you are well versed in to the topic at hand, and write out a brief argument for your own purposes about why these two areas are similar.
8. Discuss what you've learned with others. Talking about what you've learned is a great way to help you remember the information. Have a discussion with friends or family members about important concepts you're learning about. You could even arrange a study group with other classmates to review the material from class.